all the best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Huh? Yeah, he ain't gonna take it off. Yeah. Buddy, you wanna take the headband off? All right, boxers, you both received my instructions in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. All right, let's touch gloves.
Now, here's a test for the fans. Will they be rooting for the aggressor from South Africa and Australia, or for the boxer from Brooklyn?
I'll say the boxer from Brooklyn. Malignaggi has had problems with his right hand. This is his second fight with Buddy McGirt in his corner. He's had 3 surgeries. He says he's ready to use all of his weapons. Endo says Malignaggi wants to run, wants to dance, and Endo said, I'm not a good dancer. He's gonna have to deal with my pressure.
Malignaggi had 9 fractures in his right hand in 3 operations, and says he got into bad habits trying to protect the right hand, and now is trying to be more of a two-handed fighter. Let's see if he can do it in the heat of action, Lennox.
Well, he hasn't thrown a right hand yet. He's just been very left-handed, and that's good. Throwing a lot of left hands, because it's very important to throw as much jabs as possible. Keep your opponent occupied with those jabs before you throw that right hand. Give him something to think about. And that's what Paulie's doing right now.
Right hand to the ear from Endo.
Let him go, break.
You know, we started the night with a rebroadcast of the fantastic Miguel Cotto Zab Judah fight from a week ago. Both of these men went the distance with Cotto, but Endo sort of discredited Malignaggi's turn with it, because he said he took the Cotto fight on short notice. He didn't have time to prepare.
Very effective jab from Malignaggi. He sticks it in there and means to sting his opponent. And while he's moving, he's not running.
This is what I call effective movement as well.
Let him go, break.
I must say it's a clash of great hairstyles as well.
Well, we asked,
or at least contrasting hairstyles.
well, we asked Malignaggi about the hair, and he said the first fight that he'd ever been to, championship fight, was Prince Nassim Hamed, Kevin Kelly at Madison Square Garden. He said the thing he remembered most was Hamed's entrance and Johan Guzman's yellow hair.
Malignaggi doing a very nice job here.
And I would have to pick Malignaggi's hairdo. He takes his hairdo very seriously.
Then he steps in with the right hand, Lennox.
He needs to step in with the right hand. When you got a guy pressuring you like that, you need to stop him with a punch, and obviously a power punch. And nobody likes to walk in to a right hand, so it definitely gives him something to think about. Indu.
This has been a very nice round for Paulie Malignaggi.
He's used his jab effectively, effective movement, as well as Endo tries to charge at the end of round 1.
Feints going, okay?
You go good as jab as these go. Starting there, okay? You got focus good, your head's moving, it's perfect. That's what we want, okay? Done real good. More of the time,
okay? And every chance you get, you got to stick him downstairs. Every chance you get, touch him downstairs, okay? Keep him turning, give him more faith. When you go to your right, he's going to try to hook. Get up under the hook. Okay, when you jab him, stay low, because he's shooting that right hand counter. So sometimes feint him, okay? Let's go, baby, very good.
This is the second fight that Buddy McGirt has been with Malignaggi, and he has been trying to get him to do exactly what he did in that first round, Bob.
And Malignaggi following the instructions. Let's see if he can remain consistent as we begin round number 2 for Endo. This is the 331st professional round of his career. He turned pro in '93. Malignaggi 10 years ago at this point still hadn't been in the ring yet. There's the jab from Malignaggi. That's the difference with Malignaggi from the last fight is Malignaggi sticks that jab, but he remains in punching range like right there. He doesn't just run away.
Well, he just
Three rights in a row.
Yeah, he just steps out of punching range, and he can step into punching range when he wants to. The difference between him and Darrell kind of steps a little further out of punching range because he has that athleticism in him, and he's able to move anywhere he wants to, and he uses up the whole ring.
You know, I mentioned the 16-foot ring, the mythical 16-foot ring in the first fight. That would hurt runners. Boxers can fight in small rings.
I would have to agree with you there.
Excellent point.
Yeah, good point.
Because Malignaggi's not using all the space, but he's using it effectively. Endo misses with his right hand. Lennox, what does Endo have to do to sort of put the pressure on Malignaggi?
Well, he's putting pressure. What he needs to do is not follow Malignaggi around. That's what he's doing. He needs to cut off the ring a bit more and try and put Malignaggi into a corner. You know, he's happy keeping the fight in the middle of the ring, and that may be a mistake because Malignaggi looks a lot quicker than him and is more effective with his jab than Indu.
And Malignaggi is using the right hand just enough to keep Indu aware of it. He's winning the fight so far early on with his left, but he's shot a few clean rights in there.
Well, Indu's not applying the amount of pressure to really make Malignaggi throw that right hand. Right now, Malignaggi is very comfortable, you know, staying on the outside and throwing that jab and scoring these points.
1-2 from Malignaggi. Slipped the right hand in. So far, everything with Malignaggi has started with that effective jab. So far through the first 2 rounds, Malignaggi using the jab effectively.
Hey, Paulie, you're doing fine, baby. You're doing fine. Everything is beautiful, but listen, the only time you're getting caught, Paulie, is when you're pulling straight up, okay? Don't get caught pulling straight up. Stay in that shell and keep that head and shoulders moving, okay? Nice deep breath. Okay, now listen, Paulie, you gotta start sticking them downstairs every now and then. The jabs is working fine. The right hands are working fine, but you're missing them because you're picking up. You're jabbing and you're picking up. Stay down and shoot the straight right hand. It'll work every time. But when you pick up, you're overshooting your target. Okay, relax. You dictate the pace now. You got him to your beat now. Okay, you got him reaching for you. That's what you want. Okay? Now every now and then when you get close, time that jab. Bring that right uppercut under. Right to the body. Okay, beautiful. Double jab.
Larry, it's certainly refreshing in between the rounds. Listening to Buddy McGirt, there's true instruction going on in between the rounds.
Well, you know, Buddy's saying the right things, you know. Malignaggi needs to mix up his punches. He's throwing the jab.
But he's a professional trainer. And too often today we're seeing young fighters come up with the trainers who train them as amateurs or relatives who know something about boxing but are not professional trainers and are not equipped to bring them to the next level.
And, you know, when you say that, you know, some trainers, amateur trainers, need to give their pupils some wings, allow them to get some other teaching, bring them to a professional trainer and say, what can you teach my boy? Help him to get better.
It's a good point. It's the old roots and wings. You give them the roots of knowing about fighting, of making them love fighting, knowing how to train. But then you give them the wings so that they can fly to the best place for them to become as good as they can be.
It's the only sport where if you carry a bucket, you can work a corner. Imagine walking onto the San Antonio Spurs bench and saying, hey, I like basketball.
Stop right there, stop!
Nice jab by Endu, but you would think that an old pro like Endu would be going to the body more.
You know, he needs to go to the body a bit more because right now what he's doing is not being too effective. It's not effective enough.
He's headhunting.
He's headhunting and chasing, isn't he?
Chasing, as you can see, he's not cutting off the ring whatsoever.
Good jab from Malignaggi, snaps back the head of Indo.
Stop right there, stop! Stop, put them in his back, okay? Don't do that. No, you can't put them in his back, okay? Let's go.
Eddie Cotton admonishing Lovemore Endo. First 3 rounds have been very comfortable for Paulie Malignaggi.
One thing Malignaggi is doing very well is being first, and what I mean by being first, he's the first to throw a punch. There you go, jab, jab, jab. Always the first to start the action.
End of round number 3. Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. Paulie Malignaggi and Lovemore Endo for Endo's 140-pound title. And we are embarking upon round number 4. In our first fight, those were the only cheers that we heard. The round card girls.
But don't go straight back. Just step around him. He's going for every feint. You understand me? So just give him head movement. He's going to go for it. No matter what you do, he's going to go for it. Okay? Because that speed is killing him. Just relax and think speed and combination. Okay? When you get close to him, touch him downstairs. Okay? You're throwing a good hard jab up top. Give me one downstairs every now and then. Okay? Let's go. It's your night, baby. It's your night.
Instruction and encouragement from Buddy McGirt.
Chant of Paulie as the fans from Brooklyn made the ride up. Let's get a look at our unofficial scorecard with Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob, 3 rounds to nothing, 30-27, Paulie Malignaggi. You know, Bob, he drops that left hand down below the waistband, and then he hits you, I'm talking about Malignaggi, with that up jab. I mean, it's beautiful. He doubles it, then he throws a hook off of it like he did right there, and he mixes in left jabs and right hands. But I gotta tell you something, Lovemore Endo is not a counterpuncher. He doesn't punch when he's got the word everlast in his face. So as long as Malignaggi keeps hitting him with the jab, Lovemore don't punch. 3-0, Malignaggi.
You're saying that Lovemore needs to punch more.
Exactly, Larry. He's got to counter punch a little. When he gets hit, he's got to come back.
Lovemore's picked up the pace a little bit, and this is what he knows he needs to do. Remember, he's the champion, so he's got something to defend. So he needs to pick up the pace.
When we asked him about fighting on the road, he said, hey, Malignaggi was able to drive to the fight. I came from Sydney. I'm not expecting any favors, but I will not hunt for a knockout. He needs to hunt for a little bit more aggression, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he needs to.
Good right hand inside by Malignaggi.
He needs to let his punches go. You know, he's evidently picked up the pace in this round.
But he hasn't invested enough to the body, Lennox, to try to slow the boxer up. It's not unusual, once again, for the boxer to dominate the early rounds of a fight, but the puncher or brawler has to be able to hurt him to try to slow him down for the later rounds.
Malingnagggi, yeah, he threw a good right hand. He's throwing some good combination punches right now.
Throws a nice left hook to the body underneath the elbow. Good sustained action from Malingnagggi. Endo trying to respond.
To box at this pace, Malingnagggi definitely needs to be in great shape, and you know, we're on into the 4th round right now.
Lennox, I'll pose the question to you that Larry brought up. Endo not investing enough to the body as he tries a left hook. If a guy's moving in front of you, how did you get and deliver body shots against a guy that wanted to move so much?
Well, you know, you have to throw a different array of punches. Obviously, ending most of your combination with body punches, because this is what, you know, these guys that box don't like. They don't really like the punches to their body. And if you invest in throwing combinations which have body punches,
just getting more and more comfortable and simply beating Endo to the punch.
Yeah, the quickness is definitely apparent in this fight.
John, don't do the underconfidence. Don't do any. Get at the body. As long as Charles got flat footed towards the end of that round. That's why he's catching. Stand the size. Remember the rhythm.
Malingnagggi throwing some combination punches and definitely getting in that right hand, which is he needs to throw a bit more.
When you stay down, it's beautiful. Give me some more uppercuts in there. Touch him downstairs to the body more. Rinse this one more time, please. Okay? Give me more feints. Relax, baby. Find your rhythm. Okay? It's your night. You hear me? Stay focused.
Lennox, are you surprised and even impressed that he is using his right hand so effectively after having broken it so many times and learned to fight without it?
You know, I'm impressed because most guys that have been through so many operations on their right hand, anytime they throw the right hand and it twinges them a little bit, it has a mental effect on them that they don't want to throw it again. But he's elected to throw it, which is a good thing. That means it's not hurting him.
Little right uppercut from Malingnagggi. Endo just tries to pressure, but Malingnagggi picks him off.
Stop!
Malingnagggi's been consistent with the jab. Shoots a right hand to the ear. Works the jab again to keep Endo away.
This is what I call about overusing the right hand, which Malingnagggi does well. You know, he throws jabs, he mixes hooks in there. There's even a couple uppercuts and up jabs. See what Malingnagggi does? He pushes him to the ropes, and he has so much room behind him to escape with any punches. What he needs to do is throw a combination and take a couple steps back and then go back in there.
I think he's also found that Endo can't hurt him with a punch. He feels very comfortable in there because Endo has just not gotten his attention with a clean punch.
We also answered one of the questions we thought coming in about after the beating he took against Cotto, which way he might go, and he's taking some punishment on the inside, but he seems to be getting stronger off it.
Well, you know,
I think,
you know, he said he's learned something off of a loss, and a lot of boxers, when they fight a fight and lose, it's either they learn something or they don't, and he definitely learned something, and it gave him more confidence, especially to fight guys that pressure him.
well, and also to fight on the big occasion, and this is a big occasion for him because he seems very relaxed and fighting the way he fights best. He's not letting the event get to him.
Seems like there's a slight cut over Malingnagggi's left eye. I don't know how bad it is. It's not running, but it's definitely cut.
Chopping right hand from Endo.
some blood on the left eyelid of Malignaggi.
See that? There's that jab hook again. Very effective punch by Malignaggi.
End of round 5. Wednesday night, catch the next installment of Real Sports. Among the stories, a look at former golfing great Johnny Miller, today known as the most honest, outspoken, and controversial golf analyst on television. Sports of the 20th Century returns July 11th with Brooklyn Dodgers, the Ghosts of Flatbush. This two-part film looks back at the 10-year period between 1947, when Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, and 1957, when the Dodgers left New York for Los Angeles.
Double up on the jab. Give me some more feints. Give me some more feints this round, okay? Feint him out his shoes this round. Just see what feints he go for, okay? And give me the double jab. Stay down, straight right hand. Do me a favor, please, once. Time that up jab and come with that right uppercut, okay? Beautiful, baby. Let's go, Paulie. Stay focused now.
Malignaggi has a cut on the left eyelid. Danny Milano is his cut man as we begin round 6. Malignaggi cut and had the fractured cheekbone against Cotto, so he's dealt with that type of adversity.
Stop, stop. Thank you. Stop hitting his back, too.
I think the heads came together again as Endo throws a right hand. Is there any sense that Endo getting a little bit stronger here?
Well, the guy that's coming forward does less work than the guy going backwards, and you know, we're gonna have to tell further on down the line. But Malignaggi does look a bit tired. You know, that left hand is down a bit, needs to come up a bit.
Stop right there, stop right there.
But this is what happens when you throw it so much, and he's been throwing it a lot.
All right, we got 1 point. 1 point. We got 1 point. All right, okay, don't hit. All right, listen, don't hit him on his head, behind his head no more, okay? All right, let's go. Time in, go.
Eddie Cotton taking a point away.
Yeah, Harold, did you see that?
Larry, he took a point away for rabbit punching. In other words, Endo was hitting Paulie Malignaggi on the spinal column behind the head. That's a rabbit punch. No, I didn't see the rabbit punch. I mean, you gotta warn a guy at least once or twice for rabbit punching before taking a point away.
No,
so I thought it was a little bit quick.
He did warn him 2 rounds ago.
Well, that was for punching in the back, but not for rabbit punching, because you definitely need to warn a guy for rabbit punching. I didn't see the punch either, so that's a very questionable call by the referee.
I agree with Lennox. Absolutely questionable.
I agree. So we're unanimous here.
Malignaggi doubles up his left hand.
It does appear that Endo is trying to come on more.
And with that said, Malignaggi puts together a combination.
Yeah, good combination punching. This is what you need to do.
And that kind of combination rally can win you around.
Yeah, impress the judges and the fans. The fans love it. It shows good skill boxing by Malignaggi.
And remember, Endo has a point deducted in this round as well.
He could be so far behind at the end of this round that he'll need at least 1 2-point round to get back into the fight.
The end of the 6th will signify the midway point of this bout.
Go.
Okay, baby. You're boxing beautiful. Okay? Take a nice deep breath. Sit back and relax. Sit back and relax. Listen. Just keep doing what you're doing. But listen, when he's countering the jab, this is what I want you to do. Feint a jab. Let him shoot the right hand. You roll and you come back with something. Okay? Don't always jab all the time because he's timing it. So sometimes after you shoot a couple, give him a feint. He's gonna try to shoot the right hand over it. Okay? Nice deep breath. Nice deep breath. Let it out slow. Okay, now listen here. You gotta touch him downstairs with that jab a little more. Slow him up some. All right? Okay, he's trying to stop that. You stay relaxed. Keep doing what you're doing.
And here we look at the so-called rabbit punch, and you know what? I wouldn't have taken a point away from that. That's a terrible call. It's not like he wound up and hit him on purpose. That was more of a slap in the back of the head. He should have warned him for slapping, not for punching him as a rabbit punch.
Well, Ndu came here saying he thought he would have to beat Malignaggi up to win the fight, and Malignaggi's turf.
Harold, how do you have it scored through 6?
Okay, Bob, 6-0, 60-53, Paulie Malignaggi. You gotta give him an extra point to round 6 because Eddie Cotton took away a point. That could throw Paulie Malignaggi into a 7-point lead in his fight at the midpoint. I mean, it's a tremendous early lead. Malignaggi, in my opinion, hasn't come close to losing a round. In round 6, he threw in 6, 7, 8 punch combinations to what he's been doing in the previous 5 rounds. 6-0, Malignaggi.
Desperation from Endo turning southpaw, Lennox?
Well, he's trying to do something different, giving Malignaggi a different look, seeing how effective he is going southpaw. And you can only tell by, the amount of punches Malignaggi is going to get hit by. And, one thing that Malignaggi does well is take that step back. He steps just out of Ndu's range. And I think that's very effective by Malignaggi.
Yeah, it's virtually an intuitive kind of move he has. It's something that's very hard to teach. That he has that sense of range in which he can step back and just make Ndu have to start over.
Ndu's doing something that nobody, not even the ref, can see. He's stepping on Malignaggi's front foot. And this is where an old pro does these type of things. He's using different things that he's learned over the past years and seeing if they would work for the hit.
Well, it's happened several times, so we're supposing that it's deliberate.
Yo, it's definitely on purpose, but it's Malignaggi's not being affected by it. He may get affected by it if, all of a sudden he's trying to get out of the way of a punch and Ndu's on his foot.
You mentioned Malignaggi estranged from his father for...
There he is, stepping on that foot again. Look at that. Look at it. There you go. Step on that foot. Ref is not seeing anything.
They told Malignaggi's father, who made the trip from Sicily, has left the arena. He can't stand to watch his son fight. He says his mom has never been to a fight either, Carmela Iacopelli.
Imagine if he was losing the fight.
Well, it's got to be emotional for him. His son's in there.
There, the feet get tangled up again. Lennox, can you consciously try to step on the guy's foot?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's no doubt. I mean, you do it until the referee says stop it. Doing
Good right hand from Malignaggi.
Doing it again.
We're through 7.
It seems like about 18 for Ndu.
Don't go crazy. When he turns southpaw, keep touching his right glove. Don't throw that uppercut from the outside. Okay. That's a dangerous shot against the southpaw. Okay? Just keep your head moving and use your jab. Okay? Touch his right glove, all right? Hit his right glove with your left glove. Okay, baby? You in control. Okay? How we feeling, baby? Take a nice deep breath. Okay, now you're just getting started. He's trying to find your rhythm. Okay?
And this is a situation right now. You can see Endo purposely trying to get that foot, stepping on his foot, then throwing some punches, trying to stop Malignaggi from moving away.
Mental thing. Just get out there, dominate this round, show him he's the champ, okay? Just show him nothing.
He was a very good soccer player in South Africa, he tells us, so he has educated feet.
Lunging left hand from Endo. And Malignaggi, his father was a professional soccer player. So that's where maybe his athleticism comes from. Malignaggi's been consistent with his jab. According to CompuBox, he's throwing about 42 jabs around. The junior welterweight average, according to CompuBox, about 20 jabs thrown per round.
But what he's doing so well is the distance, Lennox, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't give Endo a chance to set himself very often.
No, he's punching at the end of his punches and is using his reach and his size very well. The movement is very important because he's making sure that he's not in Endo's way. He's punching in his way.
All right, we know what Malignaggi is doing, what he can do. How does Endo rock the boat and change things around?
Well, he's trying to. He's trying to move in as quick as possible. He's shaking his body. He's trying. What Malignaggi is doing is too quick right now, and he's too effective with that left jab of his. You know, he's controlling all the action in the ring with that left jab.
You know, Malignaggi can't punch a lick, really. You know, it's float like a butterfly, sting like a butterfly. But he's using what he has in a beautifully controlled way.
Well, this is his 161st round as a pro, and he's got 5 knockouts to support your reasoning. Lennox, can you improve the power, or is it just God-given?
Well, you know, yes, I believe you can improve the power. You know, a lot of people say you're born with power, but it's all in the motion of your body. Your body helps the power. So if your whole body's moving forward while you're punching, that's going to make you punch a little better and a little stronger and give you more power. There's that stepping on that foot again.
Good jab again from Malignaggi. Snap back ahead of Endo. Paulie Malignaggi controlling Lovemore, Endo. Here through the first 8 rounds of this scheduled 12-rounder. Endo's 140-pound belt on the line.
Right now, through 8 rounds, he's the ex-champion. He's got to win his belt back in the rest of this fight.
Let me see.
Saturday, July 14th, the 140-pound triple-header Antonio Margarito faces Paul Williams in Los Angeles. And Arturo Gatti takes on Alfonso Gomez. And hard-hitting Kermit Cintron faces Walter Matisse in Atlantic City. Immediately following live coverage of boxing, stay tuned for the premiere of Countdown to Hopkins Right. Our behind-the-scenes look at both fighters as they prepare for their July 21st battle live on HBO pay-per-view.
Okay? Hey, listen. Let's keep our mind on the task at hand here, okay? Let's not play to the crowd. Okay, baby? Double jabs, straight right hands. Don't pick up. Keep it sharp and stay.
He's more tired than you.
Well, Lennox, you mentioned in our open for this main event that Endo won the title with a phone call in the middle of the night, and there's something missing when you don't hear, and the new. He's going to hear the new, but it's going to be Paulie Malignaggi if he doesn't change things.
Well, you know, there's still a few rounds left in the fight, and, you know, Malignaggi needs to stay focused if he's going to win this fight. Anything can still happen. It only takes one punch to change the root of this whole fight.
Bob Papa, Lennox Lewis, Larry Merchant from the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. Paulie Malignaggi and Lovemore Endo for the 140-pound title, currently held by Endo. Malignaggi has controlled this fight with his jab and combinations. Endo had a point deducted in round 6 for a rabbit punch. Earlier tonight, Andre Durrell, a unanimous decision win against Curtis Stevens. Got tagged and goes down.
He was walking in almost recklessly and got dropped by a sharp right hand.
You know, in this situation, it wasn't the power that dropped him, it was the speed.
Yep. He was a little off balance as he came in, and he got dropped by a quick right hand.
And he never seen the punch coming. He's one of those punching that was just like a flash knockdown.
That time he did sting like a bee.
Sat in the pocket and he delved. Endo, chance of Paulie. Fans from Brooklyn have made the 3-hour drive to the Mohegan Sun. And Lennox, I asked you about, can a guy manufacture power? With speed, he did.
Yeah, well, you know what equals power is speed and weight. Equals power.
Yeah, but what he does so well is he didn't get flustered when he was being run down, being chased. He stayed cool and he just let his hands go and hit him right on the chin, and it was a kind of a flash knockdown, but it's a 10-8 round if nothing else happens.
All right, let's go.
Yes, it is. See, this is Malignaggi pushing him against the ropes. He's got all that room behind him.
Another good round for Paulie Malignaggi.
Malignaggi feeling really good in there and looking good as well.
He's going to be desperate.
Into these 3 rounds, okay? You've got to win these 3 rounds decisively, Lovemore, okay? 3 to go. When you promise me, give it all you got, okay?
We have to win all these rounds, champ. We have to win these rounds.
Every breath in your body you've got to give me for these next 3 rounds, okay? I don't want you backing up. When you hurt, when you go forward, when you're going forward the whole time, don't let him rest, okay? Work, okay? 3 to go. You've got to do it. If you want to keep this belt, that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, let's take a look at this flash knockdown. Oh, it was a quick, see? It was a quick right hand. Indu didn't even see it coming. What Paulie did, he just released it. Boom, right on the chin. Didn't see it, put him down on his bum.
We begin round number 10. Harold Letterman, how's your scorecard read?
Okay, Bob, 90 to 79, 9 rounds to nothing. Paulie Malignaggi. You know, Bob, I can throw in something interesting here. Paulie Malignaggi, we realized from the very beginning, had nice snap in his shots. Now, we know he's not a puncher, but the truth of the matter is, you gotta wonder how many times Lovemore Indu can get hit in the head before he does go off his feet. And in round 9, that's exactly what happened. A 10-8 round for Malignaggi in the 9th. He's up 11 points, 9 to nothing, Malignaggi.
Malignaggi is throwing 41 jabs per round. That set up his power punches. He's landed 48% of his power shots, according to CompuBox, all set up by that good jab.
I agree. Indu's gonna get a little desperate here. He needs to get desperate because he can feel this fight slipping away from him. I'm sure his corners told him. See, every time Indu's trying to get in, Malignaggi hits him with a punch and then turns, and Indu has to readjust. He has to turn around and try and find him.
Malignaggi blocked most of that with his glove. Endo continues to just follow him around the ring. Larry, I asked the question before the main event about Malignaggi getting thumped in his last title shot. How does he get a second shot without beating a ranked fighter? Have we answered a bit of that question here so far?
Well, he's answered it, but we have to go deeper into the question and the answer because of how many titles there are out there and who happens to own them. It's symbolic in a way that Endu got his title at 3 o'clock in the morning somewhere instead of the ring, because that's how some of these inept and corrupt sanctioning bodies function. But he's doing what he has to do, and he's making a very, very good impression while doing it. There is boxing that can be entertaining.
I'm glad that you agree with that, Larry.
10 down, 2 to go for Malignaggi. Endo.
All right, let's not play to the crowd. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing. Okay, you can party all night tonight, but right now you got a title to get. Okay? The hell with the showboating. Okay? This man's still the champ. You got to get his title. We don't got time to be playing around. Okay? Keep that right hand up. He's going to be throwing Scud missiles at you, man. Okay? You got to stay low and you got to be sharp. You hear me? You've been doing fine. Let's just stop messing up now. Okay? Drink this. Let's go, baby.
2 to go, okay? You've got this in you. You're going to train too hard to let this go like this, okay? Nice and tight, stay on him.
Read it.
Buddy McGirt told Malignaggi something which is very good, and you know the fight's not won yet. Stay focused in there. Don't need to play around. Don't take no extra chances. It's got the fight won, basically, and you know you don't want to take no risks in there.
Let's watch your heads, both of you.
This is the 7th time for Endo past the 10th. 2nd time for Malignaggi. There's Malignaggi with that jab again. Stiff jab there from Endo, but he continues to chase and not cut off the ring.
Okay, you're all right. Don't do that.
See, when you get a guy coming at you like this is when you stop and plant your right foot and throw that right hand. And you gain a lot of power in that punch because the guy's coming onto it.
Stop right there. Watch your heads.
That's how he scored the knockdown.
Yeah.
Well, let's take it from the other side here with Lovemore Endo. His belt is, you know, a round and a half away from going away. I mean, what should he be doing?
He's doing what he can do. You know, the only thing I would suggest is like try and get Malignaggi into a fight and start throwing a lot more wilder punches. He was very effective when he was throwing that wild hook. He needs to throw some more wild hooks.
Shot a right hand to the chin that got Malignaggi's attention.
See, Lovemore wants to get close to you before he throws punches, and I think that's ineffective. He needs to throw it from a distance and in close. See, that type of movement, Lovemore can't really control it. I don't know. Did you? I didn't see any hit behind the head.
No.
Well, he's your favorite referee, isn't he? For those with shorter memories, Eddie Cotton refereed Lennox's fight against Mike Tyson, and there you go, made it seem like he was fighting the referee and Mike Tyson, and he beat them both.
Sure did, Lennox.
Yeah.
Brings back fond memories, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Stop. Come on. Stop. Come on.
You know, I'm confused why the referee stops them all the time. I mean, should allow them to do a little infighting. Beautiful job by Malignaggi.
Time.
I guess Eddie's always confused you, though, Lennox.
Now, you've got to stop this kid in this fight, okay? So you're not going to go jumping in, just stick doing what you're doing there, okay? That's right, stay on him, okay? This is where you want to lose this fight this round, okay? You get out there, you
You know when you get in the clinch with him? Get in the clinch with him.
last round, buddy.
Okay, get in the clinch. Give me a fast combination and get out. But you gotta stay low. Do you hear me? Okay. Listen to me. 3 minutes, you're on top of the world, baby. You hear me?
Okay. First bell, okay? I know you can do it, okay? Let's go along.
Twelfth and final round for Paulie Malignaggi and Lovemore Endo.
Stop right there.
With Endo's 140-pound title on the line.
Stop. Good job, thank you.
At least according to our observations, Endo needs a knockout.
And it looks as though he knows it.
Come on.
Good jabs by Malignaggi.
You know, Indu has no answer for the jab. He's just basically running in, getting desperate, but he's running into the jab. He's running into Malignaggi's jab, which is crisp and sharp.
Blood is starting to leak from the left eye of Malignaggi again. Doesn't appear to be bothering his vision.
Cut man Danny Milano has done a good job with that. That occurred earlier in the fight.
Stop. Come on.
Right hand from Endo off the Malignaggi.
Stop right there. Put them hands. Step back.
Lennox, is this where the slippery slope is if you're in the ring and fans watching at home, we feel Malignaggi's comfortably in front. We don't know what the judges' scorecards are. I'm sure most fans at home are saying, why doesn't he just pretty much run here?
Well, you know, he's running to a certain degree. He's trying to stay away from the onslaught of Indu trying to come onto him and trying to get that knockout, because he's desperate now. He has to try and get a knockout to try and win this fight, because I believe that Malignaggi has outscored him for the most of the fight, and he's got this fight in the bag.
Sometimes the safest place is being close.
Outstanding performance by Paulie Malignaggi. And the Brooklynites serenade him here at the Mohegan Sun.
Oh, yeah. The crowd has really spurred him on here. And, you know, Malignaggi's feeling it. He knows he's the champion. He's acting like a champion. He's finishing this fight like a champion, too. This is what you call closing the show. Very important for a fighter to close the show. Giving his fans what they want. Great fight by Paulie Malignaggi. Good fight. Ecstatic. His corner's ecstatic. He's ecstatic. Very happy man.
It's ecstasy.
Even his promoter's in there. Lou DiBella. He's very happy. Unbelievable performance by Paulie Malignaggi.
Malignaggi landed 35 of 76 to close the show. Just a tick under 50%. See Harold Letterman's scorecard. 2-point round in the 6th when Endo lost a point for a rabbit punch and he got dropped in round number 9.
Thank you.
I'm like, was that
Well, we'll go to the judges' scorecards. We have Malignaggi comfortably in front, but let's take a look at the judges scoring this fight. Don Ackerman scored for Tony in that fight against Ruiz, 116-111. Glenn Feldman had Miguel Cotto winning a decision against Malignaggi. And that went with the other two judges on the card. And Alex Levin scored the fight for Julio Diaz. Had it for Diaz by 1 point before Diaz got the stoppage. Lovemore Endo could never solve the mystery, figure out how to cut the ring off effectively and land his power shots. Malignaggi used effective movement. He didn't run, he fought, but he used his movement to his advantage, Lennox. So Paulie Malignaggi looking for his 23rd win. And in his bid for Endo's 140-pound title, fought a brilliant fight with trainer Buddy McGirt, who did a nice job during the course of the fight of working him through it. And for Lovemore Endo, he awaits to find out his fate. I was surprised that it's taking so long to get the judges' scorecards tallied. You saw Harold Lennerman's scorecard. The unofficial scorecard had it easily for Malignaggi. I had him winning every round on my card. But you never know. Paulie Malignaggi from Bensonhurst in Brooklyn. Started boxing 10 years ago. He was on the fast track to nowhere. Got kicked out of high school. Was fighting with his stepfather, got sent to live with his grandparents. His grandfather said, hey, you got kicked out of high school? Come work with me in construction for $10 a day.
No, Mike, okay, my mic's working.
And he took him to Gleason's gym. He said, I felt comfortable in the gym from the moment I got there. Said nobody was gonna outwork me. Once he was in the gym, he said, without boxing, I would have been nothing.
Let me tell you, Malignaggi was in terrific shape. And you need to be in terrific shape if you're a boxer that moves. So he understands that. He looked very comfortable in there, and he threw some great punches. Excellent work with the jab. Excellent combination working when he needed to. And Endo had no answer for him.
Time for the judges' scorecards with our ring announcer, Greg Dubin.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Don Ackerman and Alex Levin both have it 120-106, and Glenn Feldman has it 118-108. For the new IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Paulie the Magic Man Malignaggi.
Paulie Malignaggi takes a look at that championship belt. It is his with an impressive decision against Lovemore Endo as we take a look at the final CompuBox numbers. Total punches in the fight, Malignaggi throwing 136 more punches. He landed at 44%. Why? Because he was effective with the jab. The junior welterweight average of jabs thrown per round, 20 per round. He averaged over 40 per round, and he landed at 40% of his jabs. He was able to control Endo in this fight with the jab, and a very impressive performance by Paulie Malignaggi out of Brooklyn, New York. Larry Merchant's in the ring with the new champ.
Thank you very much, Bob. Congratulations, Paulie. In your wildest imagination, did you think it would be this easy or as easy as it looked?
Yeah, you know, it looked easier than it was, Larry. He made me work the whole 12 rounds. Although I was winning every round, I thought I had to work every single round. He wouldn't cut me no breaks. I still didn't think I would win by as wide a margin on the scorecards. I thought he would take a few more rounds from me, but I would win in the end. I'm just glad I was able to win it and win cleanly. But he made me work. Even the rounds that looked easy, they weren't so easy.
It was apparent from the beginning that you could beat him to the punch anytime you wanted to. Did that tell you right away that you had this fight in your grasp?
Well, not really, Larry, because I felt I was going to beat him to the punch anyway. The main concern fighting Lovemore to do would be to not make him carry the fight too fast and wear me out late. And I knew I was going to beat him to the punch. I knew probably the early rounds he was going to come out strong, but I was going to be able to nullify him with my speed. But the question for me was I had to be in shape to nullify his late round attack because he always comes on strong late. And luckily I was able to do that.
It's no secret that you're not the biggest puncher to ever come out of Brooklyn, but you did get a knockdown. Let's take a look at it and tell us how it happened, and were you surprised by it?
Yeah, I was a little surprised. Lovemore's got a great chin, but speed kills. See, I caught him coming in there. So I got the double impact. He came in and he met my right hand. So I guess a double impact, even the lightest puncher with double impact will get a knockdown. Plus, he didn't see it.
You were very conscious coming into this fight of what it would say about you a year after getting beaten up by Cotto. Do you think you showed yourself as well as others that you were able to survive that beating?
Yeah, you know, physically, I think anytime anybody gets in there with me, Cotto, you're going to take a physical beating. I think still, if I can be given another chance later with a little more maturity, I think I may be able to beat him, and I may still get beat up in the process, but I can come out with more rounds. You know, I think either way, when you fight Miguel Cotto, you're going to get beat up. It's a matter of can you pull it out at the end anyway when winning more rounds. I was glad that I was able to show everybody that I wasn't finished after the Cotto fight like he finished a lot of other opponents. A lot of guys get in the ring with Cotto and they're never the same again. I was determined to show everybody that it wasn't the case with me.
Give us your brief wish list for future opponents.
I want Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton, they say he's the best. I got me a world title, but they say Ricky Hatton's still the best. He vacated this title to not fight a true fighter like Lovemore. I think Castillo has seen his best days, and I think at this point in time, Lovemore was a better fighter than Castillo, and I think I wound up with a tougher fight, and Hatton got the easy way out. Not saying it's such an easy way out, because Castillo still has something left, but I still think Lovemore has more left at this point than Castillo. I think Hatton chose the easier way out, and after he gets done with Castillo, I would like to fight him.
Thanks and congratulations again. Bob?
All right, Larry. Well, an impressive effort by Paulie Malignaggi here tonight. Lennox, your impressions of the way he was able to use the right hand, which had been injured with the 3 surgeries, and the dominant jab that he used in this fight.
Well, that was the key, the dominant jab. The way how he used the jab set up the right hand. And very impressive movement, very impressive jab, good speed, good movement, and he came out as a champion. He looked like a champion, and the fact that he's a champion now is great. It's going to do so much for him, and I'm happy for him as well.